Attack at the Ariana Grande concert has left people around the world filled with fear and anxiety. Understandably, there are many parents, teens, and young children out there whose nerves are rattled. So this morning, Dr. Raphael Wald, better known as Dr. Rafi, is a clinical psychologist and team psychologist with Florida Atlantic University and Lynn University. He's joining us now this morning to address some of those fears and teach us how we can all better deal with the anxiety that many people, including you at home, might be feeling. Dr. Wald, thank you so much for being here. I guess first start by telling us what an appropriate response to this might be. What's the difference between, say, feeling stressed out because if you're hearing of the attack or being genuinely fearful and anxious? How can we tell the difference, say, in young children?
A stress reaction is, like you said, it's a normal reaction to something stressful that happens in your life. Anxiety is when those fears, those worries are in excess of what happened, what the stress was in your life. So in children, more specifically, most commonly what you'll see in little kids is they'll have sore throats that don't have a medical cause, they'll have stomach aches that don't have a medical cause, they'll refuse to go to school. Those are very common things that you'll see in children when they have anxiety.
Obviously now we're just learning that a young 8-year-old little girl was killed in this attack, as well as several other young people under the age of 18. If children and teenagers have questions and try to approach this topic with their parents, what's the best way a parent or an adult should respond?
The most important thing is to provide them with the whole truth. You don't want to hide things from kids, but you do want to deliver the message in an age-appropriate manner. The message is very different if you have a 12-year-old, if you have a 15-year-old, and if you have a 6-year-old. You want to provide it in a way that that child can understand based on their age and give them time to ask questions and answer them fully and completely. Don't be afraid to tell the truth.
What if the child is having a physical response to fear of terrorism? Like you said, stomach aches, crying, feeling vulnerable. Where should a parent go for further help?
If a parent is unable to handle these issues by themselves, again, you want to talk these issues through with your child, and if you feel they've reached the point where you can no longer handle them, you should reach out to a mental health professional, a psychologist in your community. You can call your insurance company and ask them for a list of psychologists in your area. Ask family and friends if they know of anyone. Ask your primary care physician or pediatrician.
And a lot of the images we're seeing on social media are very graphic from the scene. Even people who may not have been present at the actual arena may still suffer from PTSD from seeing all of these violent images. What are some signs of PTSD and how do you cope with the anxiety stemming from it?
The most common symptoms of PTSD are hypervigilance, which means that you have a dramatic response to even minor stimuli, like if someone drops a clipboard behind you, it will really startle you. People are usually afraid of anything that resembles that stressful event that they experience. So for example, if someone was at this concert, then being around large crowds might remind them of that incident and might make them fearful. People tend to have daytime flashbacks, they're daydreaming, and their mind just brings them back to that event. They might also have frequent nightmares. So those are really the main symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder.
Should parents kind of hide these images from younger children, or is there an appropriate age for them to continually see these videos because they keep replaying everywhere?
Again, all of this should be done in an age-appropriate way. Obviously, you don't want to be showing graphic images to younger children. As children have questions, just answer them in an age-appropriate way. Little kids do not need to see graphic images, obviously.
All right, Dr. Ward, thank you so much. Great advice. We appreciate you coming in today, unfortunately, under such horrible circumstances, but thank you for your time.